Good morning on this April the 27th, 2025. The more I come into homeostasis and balance within myself, with my nervous system recalibrated and calmed down, I realize that there truly is nothing wrong with being human, with the human condition. And we have lived with such a guilt complex for generations, for aeons, for as long as humanity has been in existence on this planet. And we have vilified ourselves, called ourselves sinners, broken, you name it, evil, right? You name it. But when you consider how much negative imprinting we have lived under and inherited, it is no wonder that our psyche is misshapen. It is no wonder that our psyche, our consciousness has become so misshapen. And we are self-perpetuating this cycle of self-loathing and of guilting and shaming one another for being human. It is time to stop shaming the human condition. It's time to embrace this experience with more clarity and understanding. What our problem is, and has always been, is that we are so survival driven and we are so darn busy. This survival mechanism keeps us so darn busy, and busyness is what interrupts conscious awareness. That's why all spiritual practices encourage meditation, to be still, to take time out for solitude, to give the brain, the mind, a break from the busyness. Because being in this constant pace, this constant stress of daily obligation and have to, because of survival, because you are responsible for not only your own survival, but for providing for your family and providing for your tribe. You are always in fight or flight. You're always in left brain, in the action mode. And the left brain is the unconscious side. The left brain is the driver, just to go, do. But it's not self-aware. It's too busy with action. It's too busy with adrenaline. It's too busy to reflect. No time for reflection. You got to get the job done, so you're constantly under pressure. And that is an imbalanced way of living. And that is what creates all of our woes. We are living constantly under psychological and mental and physical pressure. And that deteriorates the human condition. We are stressed. We become grumpy. Because simply we are exhausted. We are exhausted from life and by life, and we express this exhaustion toward one another. And well, you know the story of that. You know how that goes. then we create problems with one another. Because we're all triggered. We're all way too busy and under way too much pressure that our system cannot maintain. But is there something wrong with us? No. There's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with being human. We are just strained and stressed beyond our capacity. And once we can find ways to regulate that, to take the pressure off, you become a normal human being. You become I like the phrase, I like the word, but it becomes a normal way of being, right? And you lose this lens of seeing everything wrong in the world and seeing yourself to be the problem. No, we have just been stretched beyond our limits, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically, where we are living in a constant state of exhaustion, and that is the state of quote-unquote sin that religion has capitalized on and controlled and manipulated. We need to slow down. We need to give ourselves time, but that's easier said than done. You're going to have to take some losses to regain your freedom. You're going to have to take some big losses to regain this freedom. And we're going to have to do it as individuals, and we're going to have to do it as a society eventually. And that's the goal. That's where we are headed toward in the golden age. That we are just cresting, just beginning to enter. So first of all, we have to cast away the identity that something is wrong with the human condition. Nothing is wrong with us. We've just had to endure so much unbelievable pressures and obstacles. That's why I understand when Adamus Saint Germain says that the human being is the greatest, grandest being in the universe, because who else is standing up under this much pressure, right? So give yourself a hug and a pat on your back and say it's okay. You are okay and everyone else is okay. We're gonna get ourselves out of this mess, individually and together. So give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack, and be gentle with yourself and give yourself a little bit of self-love, or a whole lot of self-love. Let this day be a new day and a new vision for your life as you move forward, as we move forward together.